Good afternoon on what is a mild, bright and blowy day. It is April, Wednesday the 17th, and I'm in the reading nook with a nice hot cup of tea. And box to continue unboxing. What I'm going to pull out of here is this. This is Vanishing Point. It's role-playing in the twisted imaginings of Ashok Desai, whom I think also wrote the cyberpunk role-playing game Corporation. This is the limited edition hardback, and it's from Sane Studios. It's lost and alone in a world of madness and illusion. Society dances to the tune of insanity. The aristocracy presses down from above, squeezing profit and privilege out of the lower classes like fine wine from a grape. The streets are thronged with beggars and outcasts. Those who can work do so in appalling conditions in factories and mines, their sweat lining the pockets of the rich. Those who cannot eke out whatever life they can in the wilderness, foraging for scraps amongst the caverns of a subterranean world packed full of dangerous creatures whose very existence is against nature. But there is a storm coming, a revolution that could shake the pillars of society and send the privileged tumbling from their lofty perch, taking the rest of civilization with them. Maybe you had a home once, long ago, but you barely remember it now. How you got here is a mystery of unreasonable sciences from the haziest theories of quantum mechanics. The laws of physics don't apply here as they should. Electricity is little more than a dream and a phantom. Gravity is optional. Space can be distended with a little effort. Steam power is far more effective than ever should be possible. Even time itself can be defied if you know the way out of it. Worst of all, there is no escape from the asylum of a place. Though you may twist your way back into the mundane world you were born to, your treacherous mind only hauls you back again when the strain of normality becomes too much for you to bear. Better not think of it. Which would you trust? An oppressive Victorian government that treats other races as little better than animals, a terrorist organisation who would sacrifice as many innocent lives as necessary to remove them from power, or an unbalanced lunatic with powers of a god? Trust is a commodity that you cannot afford. Vanishing Point, a complete role-playing game system, features a detailed and original background set in a world of madness and illusion, 14 varied and unique playable races to suit every style and taste, open points-based character creation, design the character you want to play, optional randomised character creation for those who like to let the dice decide, mix and match between the both styles for your own preference, choose over from 38 career packages, or buy your talents individually. 21 bizarre pseudo-magical abilities, easy to learn yet tactical combat rules, simple but realistic damage system, a selection of strange creatures to meet, beat and eat unless they get you first, hear no evil, a complete beginning adventure. Suitable for many genres: action, horror, comedy, plot, political, romance. That's quite a lot. Let's have a look inside. So here we've got the credits page. There's the back cover. You've got quite a hefty word count on there. And then we get inside, well, that's the index. I sure as hell hope that's not the index, because that's the contents page. And well, a nice piece of artwork prefacing contents. And we open up, and that's quite a wall of text. It's quite a dense layout and organisation. So not a lot is standing out, even in just those few pages. You know, the whole point of the unboxing is meant to pick out interesting things that catch the eye, well, I grant you, this caught the eye for all the right reasons, and the next piece of artwork I see is that, and I'm going, I'm already not sure about this. That's my first reaction. So essentially here we get into common concepts, difficult really to kind of really read or see because nothing really stands out. As you can see, that's a bit better. So we're just leafing through the skills, and again, it's that doesn't. It almost like I'm going to be going through this book, going, yeah, this artwork is good, this artwork is bad. I'm not saying this artwork is bad, but it's not giving necessarily the right impression, I think, of the game. I mean, from that back cover, it's, whereas you know, that's interesting. It hints at something. There we go. And similarly, overview, but character creation. All this section has been been on character creation, apart from sort of like the opening fiction at the start, but been a little bit difficult to really decide. And really having this oddly at the end of it is a strange sort of design choice. And then we have beginner genre. I don't know what that's about. Basically, we're choosing a genus. This basic archetype represents their genetic heritage, their species, if you will. Well, just call it a race or a species or something, but genera, genus. It does allow for crossbreeds. And we've got a whole section there on wither electricity. Where has it gone in this setting? So just leaping through the, specifically the Victorians, but I mean that could be any time up until the 20th century. And then we have an advanced genera, including clockwork automata and the Janus. This is going to pick up a bit more interesting in terms of what we've got. The Marcus's children. Oh, yes. I mean, obviously a reference to sort of, well, yes. I don't know, Marcus de Sade, I suppose, Marquis de Sade. So that would be the Marquis's children. The Sanguine, so presumably some kind of vampire. The Faceless, always creepy. Then we've got restricted genera. Fantasts. The Insane. I mean, these are all character options. And the Insiders. And we've got that chapter header again. Nice to include it again, but you're kind of going, would have been nice to have been another piece like that. And we've got the general rule systems. Again, nothing kind of standing out, and just sort of like after all that sort of kind of moody, kind of brooding artwork, we've got that. And that just seems sort of like the tone of it is kind of all over the place. And there's certainly a sense of sort of like quite manic nature to the action that is imparting. Forward a further bit. We've got town map with black spire, presuming that's going to be sort of like the default location. Before we move on to the next chapter, because it's prefaced by that rather nice artwork, which I want more of, but not repeated. No idea what's going on there. And we've got a list of phobias though. And then that's all right. Yeah, it's quite nice. I mean, oh, I say actually no, she's semi-naked and sort of like, yeah, not entirely. I mean, it's not a bad piece of artwork, but it's not a good piece of artwork, if you know what I mean. I'll move on to the equipment section. One illustration of an item of equipment and more, but it's sort of like you kind of go, with a setting like this, you kind of want to have lots of illustrations to really impart what the setting is like, and that's one of the great things about a good equipment guy can do that. But there isn't enough in here really to kind of give an overall feel of the game. It's a bit sort of like a bit spotty. We've got an iron horse and an iron dog. Well, actually, it's an iron horse and a steam dogs, but you know. And if you want it, a sky chariot. And a stalwart nomad, kind of walker, steam carriage, and then a versatile perambulator. We'll move on to science and nature. And of course, very Escher-like. So we do have some quite strange creatures and encounters in here, but it's difficult to really pick out a lot because so little of it is illustrated. There's so little to really kind of break up the text. So very dense. We'll move on to factions and politics. And so, you know, sort of like they're looking at things like, let's have a look, the government, the resistance, the court of the Marquis, the bound one, the Three Hunt Lodge. Yeah, you know, it's difficult to, including an annual snark hunt. Record. I think that's the penultimate section. So this gives you a complete kind of overall background and timeline to the setting from the Atlantean era of 10,500 BC to 26 2630 BC, fall of Atlantis 10,000 BC, so on through the rule of pharaohs, Victorian era, and into the future. Essentially, this future is essentially what you're creating, as it were. And then these are basic little character vignettes for the creators, and a bibliography of music and other sources and inspiration, and a strange encounter with the sensor worm there. Really, Vanishing Point light bulb jokes, in-game jokes, which you can throw in. It's a little bit of an oddity, but hey, thankfully, my fears are allayed. We do actually have a proper index and character sheet, and that's it. That's Vanishing Point. I don't know how interesting a game that necessarily is. How what's gonna make it stand out? But in due course, I may well give this a review and give a proper opinion of it. Anyway, that's Vanishing Point from Sane Studios. If you enjoyed this unboxing in the Nook, then please do click on the like button down below. And if you've got any comments or feedback, I do appreciate you taking the time to post those. And lastly, if you want to be lucky to get more unboxings in the Nook, where you'll see me out here with a box containing a book or game, which I will unbox and chat about to the best extent of my knowledge for roughly 10 minutes or so, all of course accompanied by a nice hot cup of tea, then please do click on the subscribe button down below. Thanks again for watching another unboxing in the Nook. I will be back again soon with another one. Bye for now.